nice and warmed up. So just to begin with, just jogging on the spot for me. Jogging on the spot, nice and light on the feet. Rolling off those shoulders. Rolling off those shoulders. That's good, and then heels up behind, just getting those hamstrings warm, stretching off the quads. Really good with it. And then skip it on the spot, guys. So yeah, let's get somebody in. Zoom user. That's good. Skip it on the spot, guys. Skip it on the spot. So you're going to use one kettlebell, anything up to 16 kilos is cool. A progression on what we've been working on in the last 2 programs, guys, yeah? Now from there, high knees, get the temperature up, good running arms. That's good, and then planting those feet here width apart into some squats. Down and up. Heels stay down. Sit into that squat. Good push through at the top. Stretch in. Press it in up. Two more. 1, 2. And then from there we're going to lunge forward, open out the arms across the chest just to stretch. Knee down, good opening up. And then as we're lunging now, we're going to take the hands up overhead to stretch. Good leaning back. 2 more. 1 more. And then from there, squat down. We're going to walk hands to our hands and start working on some push-ups. So walking it out. 10 press-ups. Are we ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then rolling onto your back. So look at that glute bridge. Great way to warm up for a kettlebell session. Get the hamstrings and glutes warm. So drive the heels down, squeeze the glutes as tight as you can. Steady down, touch the floor, lift up pretty quick. Squeeze to the top, tap the floor. Nice and controlled at the top of that lift. Clench the glutes, brace the core. 2 more. 1 more. And then rolling into that plank position for me. So on the elbows, abdominal plank. Knees off the ground, drop the hips in. Brace the abs nice and tight, squeeze there. Keeping that brace. Pulling the core in, short breaths. Switching the core on. 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then onto your feet for me. From there, this time, we're going to look at that just straightforward kettlebell swing. So picking up your kettlebell now, guys, yeah? From there, hinging at the hips, swinging that up for me. Swinging that through. Just start the timer. Swinging that through. Let's go then. So feet stay rooted, hinge more at the hips than we do at the knees. Hinge through, swinging that up. Final bit of the warm up, just getting this all switched on. Hamstrings, glutes, a little bit in the quads. It shouldn't be all lower back, we're not trying to lift it with the shoulders either. Then we're going to take that into a single arm swing. So one arm, change at the top. Change at the top. Don't change your hands at the bottom, it's always at the top. Swing through, squeeze the glutes. It's good, should feel a lot smoother after a few weeks of doing this. When it's next in your right arm, we're going to go rack. Swing it out to the shoulder, back down. Rotate the forearm, should land nice and comfortably, nice and cushioned onto the arm. You shouldn't be smashing into the arm. Nice and steady, popping through, bringing that up. Now, same as I mentioned in the last two programs, guys, avoid putting the kettlebell down. So to change arms, we're going to swing up, down and straight onto the other side, guys, yeah? Nice and smooth. There's no picking it up, then grabbing it with the other hand. Bring that up. Just getting it nice and warm. Building into it. And then from there, we're going to start swinging that kettlebell just around the body, getting used to that kind of centre of mass shifting and where the weight's going. As we start moving rotationally, we're going to be getting around in different positions. I want to get to used to that centre of mass moving. I want to change direction. So we call this a halo. And just shifting the body weight with it. Nice. And then from there, we're going to go into a transverse swing. So I'll demonstrate. So you're going to just literally pop it up, you're going to swing down one side and across. So down and up. Getting yourself set. Remember, feet are narrow on this, you're not swinging in between your legs. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Swinging it up, down and across. You're still hinging at the hips, but the weight's coming across the body and you're firing it up. The kettlebell doesn't go over your shoulder. In fact, it just comes in front of the chest and back down. Core in tight, focus on rotating through the back, through the core, waist, torso. Firing it up. You fire those hips up and you'll probably feel the load more dominant on one glute, one hamstring, one side of the back. That's it. Transition, sending that weight across. Down, picking it up. And then from there, just in between your legs, swing it up, and then down the other side. That's it, nice and low, swinging that through. Now, the start of this program is going to start quite a few swing variations. So while we're doing that, I'm just going to give us a straight 30 seconds rest in between each exercise. Previously, I would have kept it moving with a nice traditional swing, but I don't want to overcook it. We've got plenty of weeks to build up to that. That's good. Feet narrow, down, twisting it up. And you can pop it down for 30 seconds. Now our next exercise we're going to be working through is going to be more of a frontal plane swing. Just take the top off. So on here, you're going to have a split stance position. So if I do a side profile for you, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and then with the kettlebell, you're literally swinging underneath, swinging up. Underneath, swinging it up, yeah? So they work a little bit like that. Are you ready? Let's go. Just like that swing we did last week, it's coming behind the leg. and the weight shifting out to the side. So you're in the lunge position, swing under, pop it up, and then a little rotation of the core, the torso and the hips as you come up. Stay in that lunge position. And then change your arms. So bring it underneath. Change sides for me. Single arm. And think of that hip shift. Instead of generating that force driving the hips forward, we're shifting it to the side, laterally, driving it in. Stay in that lunge stance position, call it the split squat or the split lunge. Firing that for 10 seconds. And breathe. Pop the kettlebell down for a sec. 30 seconds rest. Now what we're going to look at now is called a bit of a transverse lunge. So we do our forward lunges, side lunges. This one here, it's not a huge amount of knee flexion, so you're not getting super low. From this forward position, you're literally just going to step out and face that way with a little bit of a bend on the travelling leg. Yeah? So if you stood on the corner of a square with one foot on each side, that's the position you'll get to, and then lean over to that travelling direction. Are you ready? So from that position, step out, back up. Step out, back up. Yeah, just get used to that. Shifting the body from forward to the side by rotating. Opening that out, bringing that through. Let's go front leg straight and shifting that across. That's good. And then now I want you to pick up the kettlebell and do the same. So keep it in the rack position. Shift it out, back up. Shift it out, back up. So a transverse lunge. Open the body up, transfer that weight over to that travelling leg, bending at that knee. It's not a super deep lunge, not like a Cossack squat, but you're going to get your ass to the floor. More of a step with a bit of flexion at all the joints. That's good. One more of those. And then pop it down. Other side, just open out to begin with. Bring it in. Upper leg. Get that nice and supple. Just opening that body out, transferring that weight across from forward facing to the side. Opening it up. Get comfortable with it. So if you're comfortable on the knees, opening out of the hips, so opening them hips out as you hinge across. Now we're going to add the weight if you can. Rack it on the left shoulder, open it out. Keep your posture upright, open it out. So you face away, you go from forward facing to facing the side. This is good. And then popping that down. From there, this time, what we're going to look at is that single arm press. Now, last week we opened out that way. This week we're going to press the other way. So from there, right shoulder, we're going from there pressing across the body. So we're going across the front of us, not out wide. Are you ready? Let's go. Press it up, rotate with the core, back to that forward position. Rotate the core, forward position. Everything nice and tight, nice and supple. It's good. Soften the knees, keep the heels down. If you really want to, you can pivot the heel out if you need to. That helps you. If it's more comfortable, you can do. This is good. 15 seconds. One more rep, and then change arms. Straight on to the other side, pressing it across. Keep the core braced. Driving that across the body. Focus on rotating in the core, the midsection. One more rep. And now into those swings, 30 seconds. Swing them up. Hinging at the hips, nice forward swing on that you're familiar with. Right then, stop speeding this up. Swing it through the hips. So, the way we're going to work now is we're going to look at that clean into the transverse lunge. So if I was to demonstrate for you, I'd have it in the right arm. From there, hold on, I'll pop that again. I'll clean into the transverse lunge up. Yeah, let's go. Clean into that transverse lunge, press back to the standing position. Yeah, clean, transverse lunge, press it up. There's no race, there's no set rep count, it's just 60 seconds. So just keep it moving, have a play with it. Don't expect it to be perfect, so if it's your first time doing some of these exercises. Definitely feel the glutes kicking in and warming up now. Woo! 3. And then we're going to swing up and change sides, and then we'll get started on the other side. So rack into that transverse lunge. Rack it up. And then into that swing, 30 seconds. Core in tight. Firing that up to head arc. Good. So when we next do this exercise, we're going to do the same thing again, but when we return to the starting position, we're going to press the kettlebell overhead. Yeah, so into your right arm. Do that again. So clean into that transverse lunge, press it up. Yeah, bring it back down again. Transverse lunge, press it up. That's good. Remember the foot position. So as you go out, you're opening it out to the side, shifting the weight onto the travelling leg, pressing it up. Change arms. One more rep, and then we're back into that swing. Swing it up. Now if that's about your level, and you're in your limit there, that's cool. Stick with it on the next exercise. So we can remember that split lunge swing that we did at the start. So I'm going to talk you through another variation. So from there, it's going to be in the right arm. I'll demonstrate and I'll start everybody off. So from there, transverse swing, press it up, and then when we come down, missed it, let me go again. Rack, press. One more time for you, yeah? Transverse lunge out, press from the top, split lunge, in. Let's go. From the top, drop into that split lunge, back to rack. Ten seconds. And change arms. Yes, that's the one. Ten seconds. And into that swing. 30 seconds. Swinging that through. That's good. Firing with the hips. We're going to go one more set on each side of that. Breathe. So we're going to go right arm then, guys. So as you come to rack, transverse lunge out. Let's go. Press. Drop into that split. Lunge swing. One more rep. And then changing those arms, guys. Fifteen seconds. Come on, one more rep. Let's go again. And then swings to finish. 30 seconds. Injure the hips, thigh through. Traditional swing, bringing it back to normality to finish. 10 seconds, you can really want there, guys. One more swing. And pop your kettlebell down, guys. Cap it off. Super soft. Grab a drink. And then we're going to some stretches, guys. Grab a drink, we've got a bit of time for some stretches today. So, start ourselves on the floor, guys, yeah? Reaching out, reaching for those toes, legs straight. Now, guys, over, so creating a 4-week cycle of the kettlebell stuff. So, first week was sagittal plane stuff, forward and back. Last week, so week number 2, lateral left to right. And then next week 3 is transverse, so everything rotational. And then next week, if you find things very difficult, next week will be difficult. You could say it's a bit more advanced, where I'm going to basically, the big move of each session, we're going to bring together into one session. Change legs. So that'll be our program number 4, which is next week. So the things that we're building up to are like these snatches into lunges and swings left to right, rack, press, lunge, all that stuff. We're just going to build up, bang, hit, hit, hit. So it'll definitely make a good power, speed, strength workout. Good stretch there, guys, big reach. I'm dripping, that's good that, guys. Woo! Soles of your feet together, pull the heels in and stretch. It's good, press down with those elbows a little bit more for the stretch. And then both legs out in front, toes up, reach for those toes.
Big stretch through, hamstrings back, calves, feeding the feet. And then bringing one leg over the top, guys, burlesque style, and then stretching across. Then change legs over. That's great, guys. Right.